Hello there and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're out here on the golf course at Howley Hall with some brand new golf balls to talk to you about. We've been sent 3 dozen of 3 different models of ball from Seed. So these are a company that you may not have heard of. They sell direct to consumer and they do models of golf ball at a more affordable price. We have 3 examples of that here in the Pro 1, the Pro Tour and also the Pro X1. So 3 different models. They're designed to do different things as well. We're going to try them out here on the golf course, then we're going to hit some on the Trackman and tell you exactly what we think. But first, let's have a chat about the tech of each of these models of ball. So we'll start with this one. This is the Pro 1 golf ball from Seed. So this is their golf ball that is the direct competitor for Pro V1, okay? That kind of industry leading golf ball that we all know and love. So it's designed with high short game spin, it's made of cast urethane, it's a soft feeling ball, it's aimed to have that kind of tour launch and tour sort of trajectory that we would expect from a Pro V1. But like I say, in a much cheaper package. When we look at the tech of this golf ball, we can see we've got obviously different layers in there as well. So it's a golf ball that is designed to do lots of different things. So we're going to get lots of different characteristics from those layers. So we're going to get lots of distance, we're going to get a more penetrating flight and trajectory, but we're also going to get great short game feel around the greens. The Pro Tour ball is a slightly lower launching and spinning golf ball. It's going to have a medium feel, so a little bit firmer than the first model that we looked at. Again, cast urethane, 4 layers in this golf ball, so we'd expect slightly lower launch and spin, so kind of similar I would expect to like a TP5X kind of golf ball or Chrome Tour X sort of ball that you're looking at. But yeah, so it should feel a little different to the previous model, but we'll see that out here on the course, but also on the Trackman. And finally, the Pro X1 ball. So this again promises soft feel, high short game spin, but with a more penetrating flight as well. So again, this is going to kind of be like the Pro V1 TP5 Chrome Soft X kind of ball, or maybe Chrome Tour now. So that kind of soft feeling, but high spin around the greens and, you know, pretty long off the tee. So it'd be interesting to see whether we see a massive difference between these. I think putting will probably sort of tell us a little bit more about kind of whether they're firmer or softer than each other. So it'd be great to test them on the greens. But like I say, when we get in the performance centre, hit them on the Trackman, we'll really see how they differ when we're hitting 7 irons, drivers, etc. out on the course and sort of see what differences these balls will have. So we're going to, like I say, put them through their paces out here. We're going to hit a variety of different shots off the tees, chips, putts, etc. and give you our feedback on each one. So let's go hit some shots, shall we? So having now played a few holes with each of the golf balls, I've obviously hit drives as you've seen, irons, chips and some putts. There's a definite difference in the feel and the sound of one of them, and that's the Pro Tour ball. It sounds a little bit firmer, feels a bit firmer off the face as well, and is maybe that bit clickier kind of sound. So those of you that maybe play with Pro V1 X will be more familiar to that sort of sound, as it's a little bit firmer feeling. I've always preferred golf balls that feel quite soft, so more the Pro V1 kind of golf ball or Chrome Tour at the minute, which I've been kind of flitting between the 2 of them. And the other 2 models of golf balls seem to give me that feel. So it'd be interesting to see if we see that going forward and see if there's a real difference when we get them on the launch monitor. But none of them feel bad per se, but like I say, there is a definite difference with that Pro Tour golf ball. So I'm going to hit a few chip shots with each of the golf balls now. So we'll start off with the Pro, okay, and see what that feels like. Pretty good, a little bit kind of clickier off the face than I was expecting, to be honest. Let's hit this one. Yeah, that felt much better actually. That spun quite quickly too. So that's the Tour, which did sound a bit clickier when we hit it from the fairway, but actually reacted quite well there when it hit the green. The first one just seemed to shoot. I don't know whether it got a weird bounce or something, but yeah, all three balls feel good around the greens. You can definitely tell the difference when you hit a longer shot. They do sound quite a bit different. I couldn't really tell the difference when hitting the chip shots there. I've obviously marked each ball with big letters on as to which model they are, and was expecting that last one to be much clickier and higher pitch, but it wasn't. And those two have spun a bit, but like I say, I think the first one just got a bit of a weird bounce when it landed. But yeah, I mean, they all feel pretty good. Having hit long shots with irons into this green with them felt good too. And to putt with, I can't really tell much of a difference. We're going to hit some more putts now and see if there is that kind of audible difference between the clickier, firmer feeling golf ball there. So we'll just hit a few putts on this green. So we'll start off with the Tour, which should be the sort of clickiest and loudest sounding one. Definitely a little bit clicky, but it's all right. Let's try these two. Definitely much softer off the face, that one. Let's try this one. And that one felt a little firmer as well, but all of them feel pretty good. I would say the first one, so the Tour, is definitely clickier and higher pitched, right? Which generally I don't like that much when particularly putting. I struggle when they feel hard to actually get the distance right. I don't know if that makes sense. Softer golf balls, I always feel I can get the pace on my putts a little bit better. But yeah, there is a difference there. Some of you that love Pro V1X will absolutely love that Tour ball. But yeah, let's go hit a few more on the golf course and then we're going to get inside on the Trackman. Okay, so I thought it'd be good to do a bit of a comparison as to how far each of these golf balls goes. So I've picked the par 5 13 here at Howley. We're going to hit a shot with each of these golf balls. Obviously there's a human error element here with me, so I'm going to try and hit all three of them something like the same and see where they end up distance wise, okay? So now we're on the fairway, we've found our golf balls, these two down the right hand side. So we've got the Pro X1, which has gone the shortest of the three. We've got the Tour, which has just landed there, and slightly longer, but just missed the fairway to the left up there, is the Pro. So, I mean, what we're talking between the three of them, the longest one, yeah, it's a decent amount. It's probably a good 6-7 yards longer than the others. But like I say, there is that human error element, which is me. But there were three fairly decent strikes, carried the bunkers down here, and we've got a pretty good view of the green for our second to hopefully make an eagle or a birdie. So now that we've hit plenty of shots with these golf balls out here, let's head into the Performance Centre and see exactly how they perform on the Trackman. So if we take a bit of a look at the numbers we're getting on the Trackman, so I've hit 7 irons and drivers with all three of these golf balls. So if we start with the 7 irons, we can see the spread across the three of them is pretty similar. If we look at the spin rate, they're within, sort of 10 RPM, so very, very close across the three golf balls. Launch angle slightly higher in the X1 golf ball. And in terms of the peak height, we can see that's the highest of the three as well at 111 feet. When we move into driver, we're seeing quite similar numbers really across all three of the golf balls. So if we look at the spin rate, again, quite high, I would say, sort of top end for where I would want it with the driver. Up at just under 3,000 RPM is a little high for me really, which seemed to kind of kill the ball speed a little bit. So if we're looking at the type of ball speed we're getting, 169, 170, I would expect to be in the mid 170s. We're not seeing that big a difference really across the three golf balls, and certainly not as much difference as I was expecting to see from what I saw on the golf course. The feel when you're out there and the kind of sound off the face, and particularly the short game element of with the wedges and putting, for me, that is where I would choose a golf ball from. Looking at these numbers, I could play all three of these and they're going to play pretty similar. But for me out there, I just preferred the softer feel really of the two models. They're certainly a golf ball worth testing. I mean, if we're looking at it in terms of the numbers here, I wouldn't be too unhappy with what we're seeing, and it's kind of what I would expect to see from a pretty good tour level golf ball. So if you're that type of player who normally uses one of the, you know, the more kind of, I don't know, probably the more traditional brands in golf really, in your Callaways, Titleists, Srixons, TaylorMades of this world, maybe see a golf ball that you should try really. I mean, certainly the feel was great, it looks great, the kind of cover on the golf ball feels good too. So yeah, everything about them is, you know, certainly competing with the kind of tour level golf balls that we're kind of talking about matching them up with here. But let us know what you think. Is this a golf ball you've tried before? Is it something that you would be interested in trying in the future? Drop it in the comment section below and tell us exactly what you think. But it was great to actually put these to the test. It's not a golf ball I've ever hit, as I said before, and certainly when comparing it to the golf balls that I would tend to use, I couldn't really tell much of a difference in the feel. Now, you know, looking at the Trackman numbers, they're a little down on what I'd see, but is it enough to spend another £20 a dozen? I'll leave that up to you.